Hello, it is Wednesday. Today is Chapter 7 of the 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent. And it is all about knowing your environment from the inside out. All about connection. We're going to go rather quick with all the points this week because I am busy and I am grateful. So I have some key points, so we're going to start off with. Self-mastery. The moment that you can self-master and really look at yourself and be authentic and genuine in your mind about all the truths and all the things is then when you can sprout and make true connections with other individuals. Knowing your inner landscape is so important because how are you going to be able to properly read a room if you can't even start with the main point? You be able to read yourself the way that you'll be able to read a room. Goes hand in hand. It's great practice for when it comes to reading a room as well. So that's where you got to start. Adaptability. Being able to flow, being able to be flexible creates the stronger connections as well. If you're only going by exactly what you think, exactly how it should be, you're going to be butting with a lot of people. You got to meet people in the middle. Obviously, have your boundaries. Never sway from those, especially if you really don't align with what they're doing. I'm not saying be a pushover, but there's a way where if it's just something small and you guys can still work well together, then adapt and flow. Urban stoicism. Staying calm and resilient as possible gives you the open perspective of others and self. If you're all riled up, if you're not grounded, if you're letting your emotions fly like a car dealership floaty, none of it's going to be possible. It's going to be very clouded by feelings and opinions and judgments. Stay grounded. Utilize your brain. You're not all your thoughts. And then trusting your intuition and your inner grit. If you're aligned with yourself in a really proper way, use the world to your advantage. You don't need to be against the world. It's not you against the world. Connection is everything. That's a huge part of life. And the world is with you. Obviously, specific people aren't. Specific people are. You will find those people when you try to connect. I got a quote. It's on page 183. And it's by 50 Cent. The public is never wrong. When people don't respond to what you do, they're telling you something loud and clear. You're just not listening. You will get different responses based off of different creative projects you put out, different opinions you speak. I've learned that myself. Depending on what kind of painting I put out, some get better reactions than others. Everything that has a reaction is more data and info for you to adapt and grow from, even if it's not positive. And from that standpoint of looking that, it might be negative feedback for maybe that one thing, that is still positive data for you to then move forward. To then go again. It's like you keep going even if the feedback is negative or not to the level that you wanted it to be. All feedback is good feedback because it tells you how to move next. Here is another quote. It's on page 189. Few people have the wisdom to prefer the criticism that would do them good to the praise that deceives them. Francis de la Rochefoucauld. And that is just piggybacking off of what I just stated. There is such thing as fake praise. Let's say you're very overweight and you're wearing an outfit and you're like, does this outfit look bad? And someone's like, no, you look so good. You look so tea. That's fake praise, okay? And then even though maybe both people know the truth that the outfit doesn't look 10 out of 10. If the person, on the other hand, was like, hey, it could look a little better, and then stated in a nice way, what they could do to fix it, even though the truth might hurt and the criticism might hurt, it will do more than the fake praise. With many things, that's with anything. I just gave a very broad example with that, but that could be with how you go about business, a pitch, a proposal. It can be about how your cooking tastes, your artwork, how you handle a situation. That can go with all forms. I now have 4 keys to fearlessness and connection. Ah! Hello? Stay. Thank you. Okay. The first one is crush all distance. Crush it! Collapsing the space between you and your goals. Get involved in every aspect possible. Obviously, don't run yourself ragged and dry. But if you're isolating, you're creating something and you're just able to post it online, you're able to do it from the comfort of your home, that's great. But another way to get involved is to go to areas and places where people are also doing similar things. For example, I'm really into art. I post my art online. I go to other art shows that I'm not even involved in, but it's a great way to network. It's a great way to support the community that I am a part of, in addition to me doing art shows as well. That is connecting in a way of being involved on the scene. Also, if that's going to drawing meetups, if that is, going to different places where you can go purchase supplies, following other people online that post art or a similar niche that you're involved in, and seeing what they're doing for inspiration and to support them, like leaving a comment, going to fests and pop-ups. There is so much that you can do to elevate the way that you're going to get involved with your goal. If that's even you creating spaces where people can share their arts. So many opportunities. So many. It's endless. You just have to be proactive, take a step out the house, and find it. 2, criticism and feedback. It creates steady and transparent flow. Building bridges that help you extend your plans and wisdom, even if it's negative or positive. Because how are you supposed to elevate if you could do something a little bit better? The positive feedback is great too when it comes to confidence. You know what you're doing right and really well in one area. So then in other areas where you can elevate, you can then focus on achieving that. 3, reconnecting with your base. As you're moving forward, as you're growing in new areas, as you're elevating, just remembering to stay grounded with your core roots, your core values, and what the ultimate goal is. Do not get, your vision cloudy because you're stepping into new zones. You still want to connect with what you had in the beginning, and then just bring that in to the new spaces to stay authentic, not stray from the originality of what makes you you, and to not let the ego take way and then disrupt everything. Just stay authentic and stay grounded, because humble beginnings can really teach you so much and keep you on that flow. Or any beginning. I don't know what beginning you have, but just stay humble, okay? Because just as you are growing it, you can lose it if you become a little creature. Number 4, creating the social mirror. We are all reflections of one another. But you don't want to be a funhouse mirror that makes everything look all wiggly woggly or too short or too tall. You want to just be a straight up mirror. Just be transparent. You can reflect exactly what someone's reflecting to you. Being unfiltered with the vision for environments and relationships allows for a clear lens. It allows for organic growth. You don't want to be going in with it a little distorted, because then the relationship cannot grow from a natural space. It's going to grow distorted. It won't be aligned. Like hiding, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Because, like, let's say a relationship is aligning and you're being transparent the whole time. At one point, it might fork off. That doesn't mean that there's an issue between you and that person. There's just that alignment isn't there anymore. The purpose has been fulfilled. So just always do that. I do have a quote. Page 201. Let me get there. I'm getting there. I'm almost there. I'm too far now. And it is by Baron de Montaigne. A really intelligent man feels what other men only know. And that comes with being in the front, stepping in the field. Like last week's chapter, we talked about being a leader versus a follower, and how there's what separates a good leader and a great leader is one that gets involved with the people that they're working with, that allows for connection, that allows for creativity, one that is there firsthand to witness what is going on, to then readjust it and isn't in the back and in the shadows. Because when you have that firsthand experience, it's not just a he say, she say type of vibe. You are already multiple steps ahead by just being involved. It's not just based off of a feeling. So, chapter 7, I apologize that this week is shorter, but you got all the meat and potatoes of it, okay? Connect here, connect out there, get out of your comfort zone, stay grounded within yourself, so then everything can be authentic when it comes to others, and elevate. If that's with positive and negative criticism, that is all a benefit to you. And take off to the moon. I will see you next Wednesday. And yeah, ta-ta.